Welcome back. In a time when conversations around firearms often focus on violence and danger, it's equally important to highlight the role of education and responsibility. Last week, we spoke with the Director of Training and Explosives, Virgil Sturrup, from the National Firearms Association, Bahamas, an organization committed to promoting safe and responsible firearm ownership throughout education and training. Understanding gun safety isn't just for owners, it's a vital part of protecting families and communities across the Bahamas. Take a look.
Well, the National Firearms Association of the Bahamas is a non-governmental organization. We were formed officially about 5 years ago, and our main goal is to promote training and safety and responsible firearm ownership. So our focus is mainly on firearm holders, licensed firearm holders, which is about between 30 to 40,000 licensed firearm holders now currently in the Bahamas. So our goal is to get them trained and properly organized that they can be responsible firearm owners. It's very important because we have persons that don't just own one firearm, but multiple firearms. So storing those in the home, transporting them to and from the range, transporting them in your vehicle, knowing your environment around the home, keeping them safe from children especially is one of the main goals. And a lot of persons, they own firearms, but they never use them. So if they have to use that firearm, we want them to be responsible in how to safely use that firearm. One of the main things is storage, especially if there are children in the home, because we don't want children coming across firearms. Keeping the ammunition and the firearms separate from each other, making sure there are trigger locks and other locking mechanism on that firearm, keeping the safe locked, keeping the keys that gain you access to that safe secured. If you're moving the firearm from your home to your vehicle, notice your surroundings, especially if you have cameras around your home. Check your cameras, make sure there's nobody watching you, especially in your vehicle. If you're keeping that firearm in the vehicle, put it in the trunk, lock the trunk, stuff like that. I think persons really don't focus much on gun safety because in the context of firearms, most people only hear about firearms in the commission of a crime. So firearm safety is not one of the main things persons usually think about when it comes to firearms. And a lot of people watch the movies, so they think, just pick up a firearm and you can handle it the way you handle it in the movie. But there's a lot of nuances that go into handling a firearm safely, because one mistake could cost a life or multiple lives. And so one of the misconceptions is, you could fire this firearm, and when the bullet goes, you don't know where it's going to end, where it's going to end up. It can go through a wall, can hit a bystander, can go through a vehicle. So one of the misconceptions is firing a firearm, especially in residential areas. Sometimes people go and they have these independence parties or these parties and they fire the firearms in the air. That bullet will come down and it will drop somewhere. So one of the misconceptions is you can just fire a firearm randomly anywhere in the neighborhood or anywhere, and once you're not aiming it directly at a person or property, it's not going to cause damage. So these are one of the misconceptions that we want to get, especially the young people. We want to let them know that firing that bullet, it will land somewhere and it will cause damage or cost a life. We have two types of gun safety courses. One is for children under the age of 18. That course specifically encourages them that if they see something, say something. What to do if they see a firearm, if they come across a firearm, whether it's on the ground, whether it's in a home and it's unattended. Teach them not to touch it, teach them to find a responsible adult or law enforcement. So that aspect of child safety for gun owners, for gun safety is for children. And then there's one for 18 years and older, where persons may want to purchase a firearm or already own a firearm, that we have courses that cater to those two different aspects of firearm ownership and firearm safety. In the context of handling a firearm safely, there are many different things that you can do with a firearm. There's clay shooting, there's target shooting, there's gun safety training, and most persons only think of a firearm in terms of either hunting or committing a crime or taking a life. But we want you to come and join the National Firearm Association, and there are some many fun aspects to firearms and firearm usage. And so we just want to encourage persons to come out, see what the National Firearm Association is all about when it comes to training people on how to safely use a firearm and how to use a firearm for fun activities, and just encourage them that a gun is not bad and a firearm is not bad if they can come out and just learn all about it.
After the break, we're continuing the conversation on gun safety. We sat down with the Director of Regional Interest and Development from the National Firearms Association to explore how we're going to work with the community and law enforcement to promote responsible firearm ownership, safety education, and mutual understanding. Let's talk solutions, not sides. Stay tuned.